Namaskarams and greetings from Tejas and Shrikala Bharat to dear Rasikas and viewers. From today, for few more weeks, every Monday, we would be sharing our thoughts on Aaharyam Abhinaya. In Bharata's concept, Natyam is drama and not merely dance. Indian classical dances have always been costume oriented because of India's rich heritage in textiles. They have always been associated with vibrant colors conveying the joyous mood of the celebrations. Aaharyam enhances the dancer with a divine and aesthetic look. This is meticulously taken care of. It is easy to accomplish the production along with the other abhinayas, Angikam, Satvikam and Vachikam. Aaharyam Abhinaya, or the exterior representation, expresses rasa and bhava through costume, makeup, jewelry and the stage setup. In fact, Bharata also mentions the usage of alta, that the red liquid that we apply on the hands and feet to give an artistic look, as Sanjeeva, and also adds to the Aaharyam Abhinaya. In the 23rd chapter of Natyashastra, a complete detailed explanation of Aaharyam Abhinaya is seen. This shows Bharata's in-depth knowledge on Aaharyam Abhinaya and the importance that he has given to Aaharyam Abhinaya. Bharatanatyam costumes are typically South Indian and has been influenced by the customs and traditions of Tamil Nadu. Predominantly, silk fabric is used because they give us a very good fall. Usually, the Kanchipuram silks are used. During the times of Sadiratam, Dasiyatam or Kothu, Devadasis wore the saris like a pajama, and the pallu will fall like an apron in front, which will be like a fan or a visari, so that when they sit in the Are Mandi, it will be shown. And some danced wearing a 9-yard sari. The udyanam, or the waist belt that we wear, is an integral part of the Bharatanatyam costume, which will hold the torso very well while dancing. You can see the pictures of the costumes worn during the Devadasis period, and also some excerpts from a very old Telugu movie where the Devadasi has worn the sari like a pajama with a pallu in front like a fan. And our own Dr. Vaijayanti Mala Bali, in a Tamil movie, dressed like the olden days of dancers in a movie Chittur Padmini. Till we come next week with the changes in Bharatanatyam costume, my dear Rasikas and viewers, enjoy this, and best wishes from Tejas and Shrikala Bharat. Namaskarams and greetings from Tejas and Sri Bharat, dear Rasikas and viewers. We are speaking about the Bharatanatyam Aaharyam, in particular to the costume. Last week, we spoke about the costume worn during the Devadasi's time, how the sari used to be worn like a pajama and the pallu wrapped around and fall in front like a fan or a visari. Since then, Bharatanatyam costume have undergone many changes. The first type, which is still in vogue, is the 5-piece Bharatanatyam costume. Pajama, fan, back seat, blouse and a davani. The Angasuddha and the geometric pattern of Bharatanatyam were kept in view while designing this 5-piece Bharatanatyam costume. Especially the Arimandi, which created its own visual appeal by having the Zari Visari Madippa as a fan. This costume was both attractive and convenient. The dancer could perform the adavus, jatis and tirmanams with much ease, creating the right visual appeal to the audience. With time, the fan, which was only up till the knee in the costume, became a little longer till the ankle level. In fact, in the pajama costume, some of the dancers beautifully designed a dhoti type. The costume will be a dhoti type, but the fan, the back seat, blouse and davani still will be intact. Further, the Siksiyat sari was cut into a skirt type of dress with sari drapes. In the skirt type of a dress, the dancer wears a short pajama beneath the skirt, and then again the back seat comes, the blouse and the davani. The skirt costume will remain a few inches above the shalangai so that a clear footwork could be seen when the dancer presents. All these costumes, be it pajama costume or dhoti or skirt, all the costumes are made by special tailors catering to the Bharatanatyam requirements. We also have short cotton saris worn over the long pajama as practical sessions, rehearsals, costume. It is so comfortable that we use it even while presenting a dance workshop or a lecture demonstration. Myself have presented with 3 of my students just jatis with these short cotton saris over the long pajama. So my dear Rasikas and viewers, you would have had a very good idea of the costume, Bharatanatyam costume in the form of a pajama costume or a skirt costume. Next week, we will speak about the color and the design to be presented thematically. Till then, bye from Tejas and Sri Bharat. Namaskarams and greetings from Tejas and Shrikala Bharat, dear Rasikas and viewers. In Aaharyam, with regards to the costume, we've been seeing the evolution of the Bharatanatyam costume through pajama, skirt, sari, dhoti, and in fact, Bharatanatyam costumes have been inspired by the sari tradition of Tamil Nadu. Today we will start with the Kacham. The Kacham, which is also a traditional costume, has a davani attached to the blouse with a small fan below. The pajama, the fan and the back seat are also present, except that the davani is attached to the blouse. I have really derived inspiration from the stalwarts, much seniors to me, in designing the Bharatanatyam costumes. For instance, you're just seeing now the Kacham costume, the green and the gold, which I wore way back in 1999 when I played as the Urvashi, the leading role in my Guru Sarasa teacher's Vikram Urvasiyam dance drama. In that particular scene, Urvashi is supposed to turn like a tree, which is green in color. And for another student, during her Rangetram, I made the Kacham type because she's a petite young child. And what I did was, I had the davani not tied from the back. In front it was tucked in, but from the back I attached the davani and it was flowing though the udyanam was tied. It gave a beautiful look with the brocade fan and the brocade kacham with the davani. And for one of my black pattasari, which already had checks in it, which already looked grand, what I did just for relief, I kept a cream color brocade alone on the shoulders and finished with the black border for the blouse. In one of the performances where we had to perform 5 dancers, each one of us a Pancharatna Kritis of Saint Tyagaraja, which are all in praise of Lord Sri Rama and Lord Sri Krishna. What I did for my costume, I took a plain blue silk sari and bought a very nice light green color tissue brocade to incorporate as a fan, sleeve and in the center of the davani. It was much appreciated as it went with the theme. And in Annamaya, my presentation from Talapakam Annamacharya Sankirtanas, I presented Navavida Bhakti. But we can't show all the colors. But I still took a multicolored brocade and interspersed with a very deep blue self-temple sari, since blue denotes Lord Narayana himself. You can also see the picture of the costume of one of my students in the green and the blue, where I've incorporated just a single line of orange brocade in the fan, in that small fan, and for the blouse. With my mango yellow sari costume also, where with the magenta blouse, I've got the Banaras border, green, and attached the green brocade fan. And If you see another picture where myself with students wearing checks and a plain fabric pajama, the students had purple, bottle green and chutney green color pajama with checks fabric as a step fan and their davani. What I did, I took the reverse. I made for myself the checks as the sari and the fan of the plain fabric. It really complemented the theme when we performed. And later on, you can see another costume that I have done for my student, where it's a joyous occasion of her Aaharyam. So, the sari that was given to me was just plain pink with a subtle purple border. But I was fortunate enough to get lovely brocade complementing that color and made the davani, which is a kacham, in purple so that it will have a contrast. Likewise, the other costume in peachish orange and a nice magenta. So from 2000, I started interspersing the brocades, very, subtle brocades, so that keeping the physique and the appearance, the height, everything of the dancer, the brocades should be incorporated very carefully, not to disturb the appearance. Although in 2009, when we celebrated the 10 years of Tejas and 40 years of my dancing, I gave a colorful costume to the students, juniors and seniors, interspersing the colors of yellow, pink and green. I gave them a box-pleated pavadi. For the seniors with the davani, for the juniors the blouse, and for all of them the back seat. It was a celebration. Again, last year, 2019, in celebrating 20 years of Tejas and 50 years of my dancing, I gave my students the back seat, the white pattu silk, denoting the silver jubilee of dance class stages, and the normal contrast of skirt dress. Myself wore a white and gold sari with a tomato red blouse. So my dear Rasikas and viewers, we can simply explore our costumes with any fabric, be it cotton, silk, brocades and tissue, when we have a very good sense of the usage of colors and a creative designing. Thank you all to have seen this episode of Aaharyam. Till we come next week with more inputs. Bye from Tejas and Shrikala Bharat.